Ever heard of a town built on a garbage dump? We hadn't until earlier this year when we visited a community on the outskirts of Asunción, the capital of the tiny, impoverished South American country of Paraguay. It's called Catiura, and there's trash everywhere, in its streets, its rivers, in people's backyards. But we decided to take you to Catiura tonight, not because of the poverty or the filth, but because of the incredible imagination and ingenuity of the people who live there. Our story is also a reminder that ultimately music will triumph everywhere and anywhere. They sift through the stench 24 hours a day, scrounging for anything they can sell. 10 cents for a pound of plastic, 5 cents for a pound of cardboard. You'll be amazed at what else people are doing here with this trash. Just look and listen. This is the recycled orchestra of Catiura. The violins are fashioned from oven trays. The cellos from oil barrels. Even the strings are recycled. The saxophones and trumpets are made from old drain pipes. The keys were once coins and bottle caps. The strum skin used to be an X-ray plate. The guitar from dessert tins. The idea came from environmental technician Fabio Chavez. When he came to Catiura and saw the kids working and playing on this miserable hill, he came up with the idea of starting a music school to lift the kids' lives out of the trash. From the start, Fabio realized that even if he could raise the money, new instruments were out of the question. A factory-made violin would cost more than a house here and would almost certainly get stolen. But these fiddles aren't worth a dime. They are the handiwork of trash worker and carpenter Don Cola Gomez. 3 days a week, he goes to the dump to find the raw materials. Then in his tiny workshop at the edge of the dump, he goes to work. Fabio first asked him to make a violin, but this Stradivarius of South America had never seen one or heard one. He was soon making 3 violins a week, then cellos, and finally guitars, drums, and double basses, all out of trash. Take a look and listen to what Cola has created.
Mi nombre es Ada Maribel Ríos Bogado, tengo 13 años y toco el violín.
Me llamo Juan Manuel Chávez, más conocido como Baby, tengo 19 años y toco el cello. Este cello está hecho de una lata de aceite, la madera tirada en la basura y las clavijas son de una vieja cuchara para golpear la carne y para hacer el ñoquis. Y suena así.
15-year-old Ada Rios has been playing for 3 years now. Today, she is the orchestra's first violinist. The first time you went and saw the orchestra and you say all these instruments with all these different colors, were you surprised when you learned that they were made from trash?
Sí, me sorprendió muchísimo saber que los instrumentos
Yes,
de colores.
I was very surprised because I had thought that trash was useless.
Toda mi vida
But
tuve
thanks to the
la
orchestra,
ideología de que
I now
la
realize that
basura-
there are so many different things that can be done with this stuff.
Al tocar el violín,
When I play the violin, I feel like I am somewhere else.
o sea, me imagino que estoy sola.
I imagine that I'm alone in my own world and forget about everything else around me and feel transported to a beautiful place.
Can you describe that beautiful place?
Sí, me
Yes,
transporta a
I'm
un
transported
lugar
to a place that is completely different to where I am now. It has clear skies, open fields, and I see lots of green. It's clean with no trash. There is no contamination where we live. It's just me alone playing my violin.
Every Saturday, this drab schoolyard is transformed into a multicolored oasis of music. The kids flock here to learn and to play. Catayura is a long way from Juilliard, but these music students are just as dedicated as those prodigies in New York. And they don't get rained on like the kids here. Paraguay is in the tropics, and you're reminded of that all the time. But the band plays on. The veterans, 15-year-olds, are teaching the novices. Many are barely big enough to hold a violin. The music can't compete with the downpour, but there is refuge in a classroom. Fabio Chavez says that music teaches the kids respect and responsibility, not common commodities in the gang-ridden streets of Catayura. For the first time, the children are getting out of Catayura, performing around the country. And to Chavez, the Pied Piper of Paraguay, that's the most important thing. They're being seen, they're being heard.
These are children that were hidden. Nobody even knew they existed. We have put them on a stage, and now everybody looks at them and everybody knows they exist.
That's mainly because of a documentary that's being made about the orchestra called Landfillharmonic. Last November, the producers put their trailer up on YouTube. It went viral. The orchestra began getting bookings worldwide. It is such stuff as dreams are made on. The film, which follows their remarkable journey through concert halls in Europe and America, will only be released next year. But already, instruments are being donated, and that's not all. The kids are getting help. Paraguay's most famous musician, Berta Rojas, flies down regularly from her home in Maryland to offer master classes. Remember Noelia, Ada's sister, the cellist? Berta is teaching her how to play the guitar.
This is a story that is filling my heart and my soul with so much inspiration, you know.
When you first heard them play, what went through your mind?
I couldn't believe that you could make music with trash. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, oh my God, this is the best thing that had happened in Paraguay in so many years.
What's hard to believe is that most of the parents and the people of Catayura had never heard the children play. That was about to change. A concert was finally scheduled. There were banners in the streets. The local radio station was ready to broadcast. The church was transformed into a concert hall. The children wore their finest. This was, after all, opening night. It could have been New York. All the students were on stage for the finale. Some of the musicians were performing after just one rehearsal. The parents were proud, of course, but just listen to the girl's grandma, Miriam.
I would say it's a blessing from God. People used to humiliate us and call us trash pickers. Today, they're more civilized. They call us the recyclers. So I feel that this is a reward from God, that our children who come from this place can play beautiful music in this way.
And here's a final note from the recycled orchestra of Katiura. Go on, send us your garbage. We'll send it back to you as music.